सुभद्रा सुदर्शन जय बाला गोपाल बाला गोपाल बाला गोपाल बाला गोपाल जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंहा जय प्रहलाद नरसिंहा लक्ष्मी नरसिंहा जय प्रहलाद नरसिंहा जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद गुरुदेव गुरुदेव निताय गौर हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल। नमो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजाकाचार्य स्तोत्रशत His Divine Grace अभिचरणा अरविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। गंगा मैया की जय, यमुना मैया की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, तुलसी महारानी की जय, सामवेद भक्तवृंद की जय, कलियुग पतित पावन हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय, सामवेद भक्तवृंद की जय। All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uttapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sarvanaraghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निधि नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्नि गौरवदुषे नमः पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्त रूप स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तिकं। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत श्री राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। गुरवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तडालये कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं अंगुं लंघयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरून् दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्येश्वरं। हरि ओम तत्सत्। Hare Krishna. So happy Ekadashi to all the devotees. Thank you all for joining in for the Chaitanya Charitamrita class. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare। श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय। पंचतत्वा की जय। Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. So we are in this chapter where the Lord is traveling to Vrindavan Dham. So we are seeing what is the Lord doing in Vrindavan Dham? How is he attracting everybody to himself? So we are on this chapter where we are going to continue from text number 201. The Lord travels to Vrindavan Dham. So we'll start with text number 201. Devotees who want to recite can do so. Fula fala bari dala pade prabhu paya Bandhu deki bandhu yena betha laya yaya. Who wants to recite? Okay, fine. The tree branches and creepers, overloaded with fruits and flowers, fell down at the lotus feet of the Lord and greeted him with various presentations as if they were friends. So we see that the trees are also reciprocating with the Lord, such as the mercy of the Lord, right? Even in Vrindavan Dham, every tree also wants to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is not different from Krishna, right? To be born as a tree or as a creeper or as a grass in Vrindavan Dham is also so auspicious. Yeah. Text number 202. Prabhu deki Vrindavanera stavara jangama anandita bandhuina deke bandhugana. Yeah, Padmaja Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandat pranam. Prabhu deke Vrindavanera stavara jangama Anandita Bandhu Yena Dekhe Bandhu Gana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thus all the moving and non-moving living entities of Vrindavana became very jubilant to see the Lord. It was as if friends were made happy by seeing another friend. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Stavara means that is not moving. Stavara. To be stitha. Stitha means to be situated in one place. Right? Stavara. Jangama means moving here and there. So Prabhu Deki, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that Vrindavanera, in Vrindavan, the Stavara and the Jangama, that means the moving and the non-moving living entities. What are they? They are very Anandita. Anandita means very jubilant. Bandhu Yena Dekhe Bandhu Gana. It was as if one friend was seeing another friend. When we see one friend after a long time, we get so happy, right? And then we want to serve that friend very nicely, right? So this is what is the loving reciprocation between the Lord and the trees and other moving living entities of Vrindavan Dham. Because they are seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after a long time, right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has gone to Jagannath Puri and then he went, he took sannyas. So after a long time, actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming to Vrindavan Dham. So in this way, it was like friends meeting another friend after a long time. So they're very, very anandita, very, very happy. Text number 203. Sasabara priti dekhi prabhu bhava veshe sabhasane krida kare hayatara vashe. Karpavali Mataji, go ahead.
I can unmute. Mataji.
You're audible, Mataji, go ahead.
Yes, Mataji. Tasabare priti deki prabhu bhavase sabhaseni krida kare ayatara vase. Translation by Prabhupada ki jai. Seeing their affection, the Lord, moved by ecstatic love, he began to sport them exactly as a friend sports with his friends. Thus, he voluntarily came under the control of his friends. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you. Tasabara priti dekhi. Seeing the priti means love. Right? Krishna also tells in Bhagavad Gita, Bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yenama upayantite. What is that? Tesham eva anukampartam aham ajnana jano. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. Tesham satata yuktanam. One who always remembers me and worships me. Bhajatam priti purvakam. So the Lord is only looking for priti. Right? The Lord is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He has got all the opulences. Right? He's not in need of anything. However, when a devotee offers something with love, then the Lord accepts it. Right? Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. Right? With love and devotion, when we offer, then Krishna accepts it. So here, when we see that these Stavara and Jangama, the moving and the non-moving living entities of Vrindavan, they were so moved by ecstatic love by seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, seeing their love and devotion, he was moved by ecstatic love. Prabhu Bhava Veshe, right? Seeing the love of all the devotees, Preeti Dekhi, Prabhu Bhava Veshe. That means Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, became moved with ecstatic love. Sabhasane Krida Kare Hayatara Vashe. Right? He became under the control of his friends, right? That is why it is said Krishna does not give such Krishna prema to anybody and everybody. Because when Krishna gives Krishna prema to anybody, then becomes conquered by their love so much that he becomes under their control. He becomes controlled by such devotees who have Krishna Prema. 204. Prativrikshalata Prabhu Karena Alingana Pushpadi Dhyane Karena Krishne Samarpana. Sindhu Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, pranam Mataji. Text 204.
Yeah.
Prativrikshalata Prabhu Karena Alingana
Pushpa.
Prativrikshalata Prabhu Karena Alingana Pushpadi Dhyane Karena Krishne Samarpana. Translation by Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to embrace each and every tree and creeper, and they began to offer their fruits and flowers as if in meditation. Thank you.
Yeah. So, Hare Krishna, thank you. So, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was passing through the Jharkhand forest, we saw that already the Jangama, all of the tigers and the lions and the bears and all the animals of the forest, right, which generally eat each other, they were also singing and dancing in ecstasy because they saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually chanting and walking in the Jharkhand forest. And that episode is continuing even after Mahaprabhu reaches Vrindavan Dham. So what did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu do? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to embrace each and every tree and creeper, because when he was embracing the tree and creeper of each of the trees in Vrindavan, he was remembering the pastimes of Radha Krishna and all the gopis of Vrindavan with Lord Sri Krishna. And they began to offer their fruits and flowers as if in meditation. So, Jivera Swarupaye Krishnera Nityadas. Right? Whatever be our relationship with the Lord, whatever be our Swarupa Siddhi, we could be in Madhurya Ras, we could be in Vatsalya Ras, we could be in Dasya Ras, we could be in Sakya Ras, we could be in Shanta Ras. But whatever be our rasa with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one thing is prominent and can never go away. What is that? Service, right? That is why the service attitude is most essential for a Vaishnava, because the more we serve the Lord, the more the Lord will reveal himself to us, right? Ata Shri Krishna Namadi Nabhavet Grahyam Indriyahi Sevon Mukhehi Jivvadav Swayam Eva Suratyadaha. Ata Shri Krishna Nama Adi, right? The name, form, pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Nabhavet Grahyam Indriyahi, right? But they cannot be understood by our material senses. However, Sevon Mukhehi Jivvadav. When we render service to the Lord, especially by the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. When we do that, Sevon Mukhehi Jivvadav, then what happens? Swayam Eva Suratyadaha. Such Lord will automatically reveal himself to us, right? So these perfected beings who are the trees, what are they doing? They are offering service to the Lord by offering their fruits and their flowers as if in meditation, right? So this service to the Lord is non-different from meditation. Like the yogis perform Ashtanga Yoga, where they sit in a place, they close their eyes, and they try to meditate upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? That is also very wonderful. That is the second realization. They realize the Paramatma within their heart. They realize that the Lord is eternally present in my heart as a super soul, which is also good. But this meditation is what pleases Chaitanya Mahaprabhu more. Why? Because we saw in the last verse, the Lord was moved by ecstasy, seeing the loving devotion of the trees, right? So this is the meditation that pleases the Lord more than even the Ashtanga Yoga meditation. Because what is the mood of Ashtanga Yoga meditation, right? The mood is, I have to acquire some kind of siddhis, right? What is that? Bigger than the biggest, smaller than the smallest. I should be able to show some magic tricks, right? That is mostly the objective of people who practice yoga, right? But not many people are actually doing yoga to actually surrender themselves to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And even if they are doing such yoga, trying to realize the Lord, then also what happens? There is no service. Because there is no service to the Lord, they may get elevated. If their desire is to please Krishna, they will come across a devotee who will help them get to the next stage of loving devotional service to the Lord. But until then, there is no bliss. Why? Because bliss comes with service. Okay, text number 205. Ashrukampa pulaka preme sharira astire Krishna Bala, Bale Uchaisware. Puna Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat.
Ashrukampa Pulaka Preme Sharira Astire Krishna Bala Bale Uchishware. Translation by A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Lord's body was restless and tears, trembling and jubilecation were manifest. He said very loudly, chant Krishna, chant Krishna. Haribol, thank you Mataji.
Haribol, thank you. The Ashru Kampa Pulaka Sharira, right? There is a beautiful song. Pulaka Sharira Hari Hari Bolite Nayane Rabe Nira Gauranga Bolite Habe Pulaka Sharira Hari Hari Bolite Nayane Babe Nira. I think it's sung by Narottam Das Thakur. He sings, Gauranga Bolite Habe Pulaka Sharira. When I chant the names of Gauranga, when will hairs stand on end? Pulaka Sharira. Hari Hari Bolite Nayane Babe Nira. Right? And when I chant the names of Krishna, Hari Hari, then Nayane Babe Nira. Right? When will tears flow down from my eyes? So that is the ecstasy of our Vaishnava Acharyas. Right? They don't say that, oh, yesterday Krishna came in my dream. Oh, I had this lovely pastime with Krishna. I danced with Krishna. I'm a gopi, like that. So they don't do like that. Why? Because it is more of sahaja tendency. When we try to show to the world, right, that we have getting ecstatic symptoms like that, right? But what are these trees doing? Right? The trees, they're genuinely feeling that so much of affection for the Lord that the Lord himself was feeling restless. And the Lord, from the eyes of the Lord, tears are flowing down. So why? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a pure devotee, right? Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam Sango Pangastra Parshadam Yajñar Sankirtana Prayar Yajanti Hi Su Medasaha. Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam. He is Lord Krishna, but he is not in the complexion of Krishna. Sango Pangastra Parshadam. He has appeared in this world as a pure devotee because Advaita Acharya called for Lord Shri Krishna to come personally. Because the Kali Yuga Vasis are so self-centered, they are so Manda Sumanda Matayo, very, very difficult to deliver them. Oh Krishna, you have to come personally to deliver them. In this way, when Advaita Acharya prayed to Lord Krishna, Krishna decided that I myself will go in the mood of Srimati Radharani. And in this way, I will show the world how it is to be a pure devotee of the Lord. So, in this mood of Radha, the Lord's body was restless and tears and trembling and jubilation were manifest. And then he said very loudly, chant Krishna, right? Simply chanting Hare Krishna brings about such ecstatic symptoms in the body of those who are pure devotees of the Lord, right? In 4 days from today, 25th today is, so in 4 days, 29th of October, we are having the most auspicious Kartik month, Kartik Damodar month starting. It is a month of Srimati Radha Rani, which is called Urjeshwari. Urjeshwari means, Urja means to increase. So by following the Kartik month, and today is Ekadashi, right? By following these wonderful days like Ekadashi, Janmashtami, Ramanavami, Gaura Purnima, the entire Kartik month, Purushottam Mas, etc. What do we get? We get the spiritual strength to practice devotional service with more sincerity, with more dedication. And then what happens? All this Prayojana Tattva, right? First of all, we know the Sambandha, Jivara Swarupe Krishna Nitya Das. Then we engage in Abhideya. Then we do the process of chanting Hare Krishna, studying Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. And then Prayojana automatically is given by the Lord. We don't have to do anything for Prayojana. What is Prayojana? The body becoming restless, tears flowing down from the eyes, trembling, jubilation, ecstatic symptoms, continuous chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All this will manifest in the body of a devotee because the devotee is experiencing ecstasy. So Prayojana will automatically come. So what do we have to focus on? We have to focus on Sambandha Tattva. Are we clear about what is my relationship with the Lord? And then am I doing the process to reawaken my relationship with the Lord? That is Abhideya. All right, text number 206. Stavara Jangama Mili Kare Krishna Dhvani Prabhura Gambira Sware Yena pratidhvani. Gayatri Mataji, you can go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Stavara jangama vili, Hare Krishna dhani, Prabhura gambhira sware, Yena pratidhvani. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All moving and non-moving creatures then began to vibrate the transcendental sound of Hare Krishna, as if they were echoing the deep sound of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. So, Stavara Jangama Mili Kare Krishna Dwani. Mili means together. All of them started doing Krishna Dwani. That means he started chanting Hare Krishna. Then what happens? Prabhura Gambhira Sware. Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is having a very deep sound. And then what happened? Yena Prati Dwani. When they were chanting, all the Stavara and Jangama, the moving and the non-moving creatures, when they were chanting, it was like they were echoing the sound of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So these are all transcendental symptoms experienced by the moving and the non-moving living entities who were so attracted. They were so attracted by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's chanting Hare Krishna. Mrugera galadhari Prabhu karena rodhane mrugera pulaka ange ashru nayane. Bona Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandal Pranam.
Dandavats.
Mrigera galadhari Prabhu karena rodhane Mrigera pulaka ange ashrunayane. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. The Lord then claps the necks of the deer and began to cry. Sorry, Mataji. There was a jubileation manifest in the bodies of the deer and the tears were in their eyes. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Mrigera galadhari. Gala means neck, right? Hindi also we say gala sukh gaya hai. That means my throat is parched, like that. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was clasping the necks of the deer. And then what did he do? Prabhu karena rodhane. Rodhane means crying. All the deer started crying. And then mrigera pulaka ange ashru nayane. Right? When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was just stroking the necks of the deer, he himself began to cry. And then what happened? The deers also, whom the Mahaprabhu was stroking their neck, they also started crying. Vrikshadale shuka shari tiladarshana taha deki prabhura kichu shunite haila mana. Shobha Mataji, go ahead. Unmute. You can unmute yourself. No, not audible. No, Mataji, not yet. Okay, Mataji, just check your audio. Parameshwari Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, yes.
Vrakshapale shuga sari dila darshana daha dehi prabhura kichu sunite haila mana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When a male and a female parrot appeared on the branches of a tree, the Lord saw them and wanted to hear them speak. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you. So, Vriksha Dale. Vriksha means tree. Shuga Shari, male and a female parrot. Dila Darshana, the Lord saw them. Taha Deki Prabhura Kichu Shunite Haila Mana. Shunite means the Lord wanted to hear from the parrots. Let's see what they are going to say. Who'll read? Shuka Sharika Prabhura Hate Odi Pade Prabhu Keshu Naya Krishnera Guna Shloka Pade. Yes, Shobha Mataji, try. No, Mataji. Not audible. Okay. Gayatri Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
Shuka Sharika Prabhura Hate Udi Pade Prabhu ke Sunaya Krishnera Guna Shloka Pade. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Both parrots flew onto the hand of the Lord and began to chant the transcendental qualities of Krishna, and the Lord listened to them. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. So this is Jangama, right? They are moving living entities in Vrindavan Dham. They want to please the Lord. So when the Lord asks them to speak something, they do not speak nonsense. right? Sometimes we talk all nonsense, right? Our gossip and this and that. But what are even the parrots? What did they do? They began to chant the transcendental qualities of Krishna, and the Lord listened to them, right? The Lord also is willing to come and listen to his own transcendental qualities, right? Because that is the perfection of life. Samsiddhir Hari Toshanam. What pleases the Lord? The glorification of the Lord pleases the Lord, and that is what all of the devotees, including the Stavara and Jangama, moving and non-moving living entities, especially in Vrindavan Dham, they don't want to do anything else except doing chanting the transcendental glories of the Lord. Saundaryam lala nali dhairya dhalanam leela rama stambini Dhiryam kandu kitadri varyam amala pare parardham gunah Sheelam sarva jananuranjanam aho yasyayam asmat prabhur Vishwam vishwajanina kirtiravatat Vishnu jagan mohanaha. So this is what the male parrot sang in glorification of the Lord. So what is he saying? Who wants to read this? Padmaja Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji. The
Hare
male
Krishna.
parrot translation by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Mataji, you can recite the verse and then translation.
Okay. Saundaryam dalanali dhairya dalanam leela rama stambhini
Rama. It's not Rama, it's Rama.
Rama stambhini Viryam kandu kitadri varyam amalah pare parardham gunaha Sheelam sarva janan Janaruranjanam Aho yasyam asmat prabhur Vishwam vishwajanina kritir Avatat Krishna Jaganmohana. Thank you, Mataji, for helping. The male parrot sang, translation by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. The male parrot sang, the glorification of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is beneficial to everyone in the universe. His beauty is victorious over the gopis of Vrindavana, and it subdues their patience. His pastimes astound the goddess of fortune, and his bodily strength turns Govardhana hill into a small toy like a ball. His spotless qualities are unlimited, and his behavior satisfies everyone. Lord Krishna is attractive to everyone. Oh, may our Lord maintain the whole universe. Thank you, Mataji. This verse is found in Govinda Lila.
Found in Govinda Lila Amrita 13.29. So this one is actually, this verse is describing the unlimited glories of Lord Sri Krishna. Right? The parrots, the male parrot actually is saying this. Right? One is the glorification of Krishna is beneficial for the people in the universe. Right? The Lord is not going to get benefited by if somebody speaks his glories. Right? We are doing it in our own self-interest because it will help us actually reawaken our love for Lord Krishna. Right? Generally, whomever we like, we talk about them, isn't it? Sometimes we want to talk about how many, how nice our, daughter sings, or how much nice marks she got in the 10th standard, 12th standard. Like that, we want to talk about people whom we love. Oh, they are so wonderful, right? So like that, we want to talk about them. So such kind of glorification of the people we love, it all culminates when we glorify Lord Sri Krishna, who has unlimited glories. And that is the perfection of life. So when we glorify somebody, see, either we love somebody and therefore we glorify them, but where we've forgotten our relationship, what do? We glorify Krishna more and more and more, knowing his transcendental qualities. And in this way, we reawaken our love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then the male parrot is also glorifying the beauty of Krishna and the gopis of Vrindavan. It subdues their patience, right? Sometimes Krishna makes somebody wait for a long time, right? One has to patiently follow the process of devotional service. We see also in the Damodar Leela that we will be like in the next 4 days when Kartik month starts, every day we'll be hearing to the Damodar Leela where Yashoda Maya is running behind Krishna, trying to bind him, but Krishna is just running away. Yashoda Maya has explained that she's running, she's feeling breathless, the flowers on her hair are all falling down. Yet she's so determined. She is running behind Krishna to catch him with all patience and tolerance and conviction. determination, right? So it subdues the patience, right? It tests the patience of the devotees. But the devotee who continues with the process of devotional service in spite of everything, at last gets the Krishna prema. At last Krishna will allow himself to be bound by the ropes of our love, and that is perfection, right? His pastimes astound the goddess of fortune, and his bodily strength turns Govardhan into a small toy, right? We all know how Lord Krishna picked up the Govardhan hill, not with his two hands, not with his right hand, not with his left hand, not with all the 5 fingers, but not even with the middle finger, which is the biggest finger. But he lifted the Govardhan hill with his small finger, little bit like this, right? And then he just lifted it like a small toy, right? So the male parrot is quoting that and is also saying the glories of the Lord are unlimited and his behavior satisfies everyone. So like when 16,108 gopis and even millions, much more, they were dancing with Krishna in Rasa Lila. Each of the gopis thought, oh, Krishna is now looking at me only. Oh, Krishna is only dancing with me only, like that. So everybody was attractive to the lotus face of Lord Sri Krishna, and they could not see anybody else, right? They were so absorbed in Krishna that they thought that Krishna and I am only there at this particular point in time, and Krishna is exclusively with me, like that. And Lord Krishna is attractive to everyone. Sarvam akarshati iti Krishna. Krishna means one who attracts everybody. Oh, may our Lord maintain the whole universe, right? He is the maintainer of the entire universe. He, in his various Purusha avatara forms, they create, they maintain, as well as they destroy the universe. So here it is very beautifully said how, although Krishna maintains the entire universe, he does not actually get into maintenance, right? Krishna's various energies, they do all the job. And what does Krishna do? Krishna is happily in Goloka Vrindavan Dham, and Krishna is playing with the sakhas. Krishna is having loving reciprocation with the gopis. Krishna is having loving reciprocation with his parents, Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maya. Right? Although Krishna is called Janardhana. Janardhana means one who maintains the entire universe. Right? But yet, Krishna does not personally go into maintaining this universe. But Krishna's energies automatically do this work. Okay, let's move on. Text number 211. Shukhamuke Shunitabe Krishnera Varnana Sharika Padaetabe Radhika Varnana. Karpagari Mataji, go ahead.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Sukhe mukhe sunita
Shuka means parrot.
Shuka mukhe sunita be Krishna re varnana Sarika padai rabe Radhika varnana. Translation by Prabhupada ki jai. After hearing this description of Lord Krishna from the male parrot, the female parrot began to recite a description of Srimati Radharani. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. So now the ecstasy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going to increase further and more, right? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very pleased when somebody is glorifying Krishna. And now what is the female parrot doing? Female parrot is glorifying Srimati Radharani, right? And Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. So when somebody glorifies Radharani, that gives more pleasure to Krishna, right? Aradhanam api sarvesham Vishnu Aradhanam param tasmat parataram devi tadiyanam samarchanam. So Krishna is more pleased when somebody sings the glories of his servants. And Srimati Radharani is the topmost of his servants, right? She is the pleasure potency of the Lord. She is the one who gives pleasure to the Lord. So when the female parrot started glorifying Srimati Radharani, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in complete ecstasy. Okay. Okay, after hearing this description, the female parrot began to recite. What is the description? Shri Radhikaya Prayata Surupata Sushilata Narthana Gana Chaturi Gunali Sampat Kavita Charajate Jaganmano Mohana Chitta Mohini. Yeah, Shobha Mataji, try. No, Mataji, something is wrong with your audio today. So, okay, fine. We'll come back to you. Sindhu Mataji, go ahead.
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Take 2 and 2. Shri Radhikaya Priyata Surupata सुशीलाता नर्तना घना चातुरी गुणादि संपत् कविता च राजते जगन्मनो मोहना चित्त मोहिनी. Translation by Divine Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The female parrot said Srimati Radharani's affection, her exquisite beauty and good behavior, her artistic dancing and chanting, and her poetic compositions are all so attractive that they attract the mind of Krishna, who attracts the mind of everyone in the universe.
Able. Thank you, Mataji. So we'll sing this very nicely because it's a verse glorifying Srimati Radharani. Shri Radhikaya Priyadha Swarupatha Sushilata Nartanagana Chaturi Gunali Sampat Kavita Charajate Jagan Mano Mohana Chitta Mohini Shri Radhikaya Priyata Surupata Sushilata Nartanagana Chaturi Gunali Sampat Kavita Charajate Jagan Manomohana Chitta Mohini Shri Radhikaya Priyata Surupata Sushilata Nartanagana Chaturi Gunali Sampat Kavita Charajate Jagan Manomohana Chitta Mohini. So beautifully, the female parrot is describing the qualities of Srimati Radharani. Priyata Surupata. Priyata means she is very, very affectionate. Surupata means very, very beautiful. Rupam. Rupam means form. Very beautiful form. Sushilata Nartana Gana Chaturi. That means she is very good in dancing and singing, and her poetic compositions are also so attractive. Gunali Sampat Kavita cha Rajate. Right? She also writes poetries, and that is also they attract Lord Sri Krishna, and he attracts the entire universe. Right? Jagan Mano Mohana. That means Mohan means one who attracts the entire universe. Jagan Mano Mohana. Right? One who steals the mind of everybody in the universe. Chitta Mohini. And who is Mohini? Mohini refers to Srimati Radharani, right? And he also attracts Srimati Radharani. But our Srimati Radharani is called Madan Mohana Mohini, right? The whole world may be attracted by Lord Sri Krishna, but Krishna himself is attracted by whom? Madan Mohana Mohini. Madan Mohan is because even the Cupid gets attracted to Krishna. That's why Krishna is called Madan Mohan. But then this Madan Mohan, who's attracting all the cupids, is being attracted towards Srimati Radharani. That's why Srimati Radharani is called Madan Mohana Mohini. So like this, it's beautifully described here. Chitta Mohini, like that. Okay, so these are all verses found in the Govinda Lila Amrita, glorification of Krishna, Srimati Radharani, and all this. Punaha Shuka Kahe Krishna Madana Mohana Tabeyara Shloka Shuka Karila Patana. Shami Shri Mataji, go ahead.
हरे कृष्णा माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम.
Hare Krishna.
कहे कृष्ण मदन मोहन तबे आर श्लोक शुक करीला पठना. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Therefore the male parrot said, Krishna is the enchanter of the mind of Cupid. He then began to recite another verse. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So this is what we discussed. Krishna is the enchanter of the mind of Cupid. Cupid is Madan, right? So one who attracts the mind of Madan is Madan Mohan. Okay, then let's see what else is being said. Vamshidari, okay, this is found in Govinda Lilamrita. Okay. Vamshidari Jagannari Chittahari Sasharike Vihari Gopanari Bhed Jiyan Madana Mohanaha. Gayatri Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Vamshidari Jagannari Chittahari Sasharike Vihari Gopanari Bher Jiyan Madana Mohana. Translation by Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The male parrot then said, my dear Shari, female parrot, Sri Krishna carries a flute and enchants the hearts of all women throughout the universe. He is specifically the enjoyer of the beautiful gopis, and he is the enchanter of Cupid also. Let him be glorified. Hare Krishna. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So, Vamshidhari means one who holds the flute. Jagannari, Jagannari Chittahari Sasharike. Jagannari Chittahari means one who enchants, steals the hearts of all the women, right? Jagannari, all the women in the world. Bihari Gopanari. Bihari, we call Krishna Vrindavan Bihari, right? One who enjoys in the entire in the landscape of Vrindavan Dham. It's called Vrindavan Vihari. See here, it's called Vihari Gopanari. That means he's enjoyer of the beautiful gopis, right? Because everybody is the energy of the Lord. So Krishna has a right to actually enjoy all of his energies, right? I mean, with our energy, we lift our hand, we pick up the mobile, we pick up the kartal, we speak, all of that we use our energies to do, right? And Krishna is the supreme energetic, right? Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadir Adir Govindaha, Sarva Karana Karanam. So he is the source of all the gopis. He is the source of all the creatures, all the living entities. So all are meant to be enjoyed by the Supreme Lord. So he is enjoyer of the beautiful gopis. And Jiyan Madan Mohanaha. And he is also enchants the Madan Mohan. That's why he's called Madan Mohan. That means he enchants Madan. That's why he's called Madan Mohan. Let him be glorified. Jaya. Like that. Okay, 215. पुनः शारी कहे शुके करी परिहास ताहा शुनि प्रभुर हैल विस्मय प्रेमोल्लास. Shameshwari Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
पुनः शारी कहे शुके करी परिहास ताहा सुनी प्रभुर हैला विस्मय प्रेमोल्लास. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Then the female parrot began to speak jokingly to the male parrot, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was struck with wonderful ecstatic love to hear her speak. Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Parihasa means to speak jokingly. Taha Shuni Prabhura. When the Lord heard this, Vismaya, Prema Ullasa. Prema Ullasa means in wonderful love, ecstatic love. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so much filled with ecstatic love as he heard the female parrot glorify Srimati Radharani. Radha Sange Yada Bhati Tadha Madana Mohana Anyata Vishwa Mohopi Swayam Madana Mohitaha. Radha Sange Yada Bhati Tadha Madana Mohana Anyata Vishwa Mohopi Swayam Madana Mohitaha. Who'll read? Shameshwari Mataji, go ahead.
Radha Sange Yada Bhati Tada Madana Mohana Anyatha Vishwa Mohopi Swayam Madana Mohitaha. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The female parrot said, when Lord Shri Krishna is with Radharani, he is the enchanter of Cupid. Otherwise, when he is alone, he himself is enchanted by erotic feelings, even though he enchants the whole universe. Purport. This is another verse from Geet Lilamrita 13.20.
13.32. Govinda Lila. Govinda Lilamrita. Right? So here, when Krishna is with Srimati Radharani, right, he is the enchanter of Cupid. That means he is Madan Mohan in front of Srimati Radharani. But when Radharani is not there, then he is filled with feelings of separation. When the feelings of separation are there, then actually he may be enchanting to the whole universe, but he himself is having these erotic feelings of separation from Srimati Radharani. Shukashari Udi Punaha Gela Vriksha Dale Mayurera Nritya Prabhu Deke Kutuhale. Padmaja Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji. Shukashari Udi Puna Gela Vriksha Dale Mayurera Nitya Prabhu Dekha Kutuhale. Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Both parrots then flew into a tree branch, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to watch the dancing of the peacocks with curiosity. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you.
Yeah. So Shukashari Udi. That means the parrots flew. Punaha Gela Vriksha Dale. They went into and sat into another tree branch. Mayure and Nritya Prabhu Deke Kutuhale. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when the parrots flew away, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to see Mayure and Nritya, the dancing of the peacocks. Prabhu Deke Kutuhale. Kutuhale means seeing what are they doing? What are the peacocks doing? Like that. He's seeing with curiosity. Okay. Mayure Kanta Deki Prabhura Krishna Smriti Haila प्रेमावेशे महाप्रभु भूमि ते पडिला. Parameshwari Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mayurere Kanda Dehi Prabhure
Kanta.
Krishna.
Kanta means Kantimala, neck. Kanti.
Mayurere Kanda Dehi Prabhure Krishna Sprati Haila Premavesi Mahaprabhu Bhumite Padila. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. When the Lord saw the foolish necks of the peacocks, his remembrance of Krishna immediately awakened and he fell to the ground in ecstatic love. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Mayurera Kanta Deki. When he saw the necks of the peacocks. The peacock is, we know the color, right? Peacock is nice blue in color and the feathers are all multicolored, very beautiful. And we also know this pastime of Man Mandir, right? When Srimati Radharani and Krishna, when Radharani is angry with Krishna, she goes to the Man Mandir. And that time, you know, there is a peacock and a peahen which dances very nicely. And when Radharani sees it, she comes out to see that and then she forgets about her anger with Krishna. And Krishna and Radharani start dancing like the peacock and the peahen. And their dance supersedes and is much more beautiful than the dance of the peacocks. So when Krishna saw this bluish necks of the peacocks, he immediately remembered his Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When he saw the bluish necks of the peacocks, his remembrance of Krishna awakened. And then when the remembrance of Krishna awakened, in this context of the peacocks, what will he remember? He will remember the nritya that Radha and Krishna performed. And when he saw this and he got reminded of this, he fell into the ground in ecstatic love. Mahaprabhu, Bhumite Padila, Prema Veshe. Prema Veshe means he was completely absorbed in ecstatic love. And Bhumite Padila. Bhumite Padila means fell down to the ground. Prabhu re murchita deki Sita Brahmana Bhattacharya Sange Kare Prabhura Santarpana. Who's reading? Gayatri Mataji. Go ahead. Oh, 1 second. One second. Yeah. Prabhu re murchita deki Sita Brahmana Bhattacharya Sange Kare Prabhura Santarpana. Yes, Mataji. You can read Gayatri Mataji, 219. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Prabhu re murtita deki Seita Brahmana Bhattacharya Sange Kare Prabhura Santarpana. Translation by Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. When the Brahmana saw that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was unconscious, he and Balabhadra Bhattacharya took care of him. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Prabhure Murchite Deki. That means seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu unconscious. Seita Brahmana. When the Brahmana saw this, what did he do? Bhattacharya Sange Kare Prabhura Santarpana. Santarpana means took care. He and Balabhadra Bhattacharya, the Brahmana and the Balabhadra Bhattacharya, they took care of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and they sprinkled water and finally tried to bring him back to consciousness. Let's see what they did. आस्ते व्यास्ते महाप्रभुर लाया बहिर्वासा जल सेक करे अंगे वस्त्रीरा वातासा. Karpagavali Mataji, go ahead. Karpagavali Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, thank you.
Yeah, unmute, yeah.
आस्ते वस्ते महाप्रभुरा लाने बहिर्वासा जला सके करी अंगे वस्त्रेरा
Vastrera means cloth. Vatasa means started fanning with the cloth. Yeah. Translation.
Translation with Prabhupada Ki Jai. They hastily sprinkled water over the Lord's body. Then they took up his outer cloth and began to fan him with it. Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah. So they sprinkled some water over the Lord's body, and then they fanned the Lord just to bring him back to consciousness. Prabhu karne Krishna nama kahe uchcha kari chetana paya Prabhu yana gadagadi. Who's reading? Uma Kulkarni Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu kare Krishna nama kahe uchcha kari chetana paya Prabhu yana gadagadi. Gadagadi. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. They then began to chant the holy name of Krishna into the Lord's ear. When the Lord regained consciousness, he began rolling on the ground. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Prabhu Karane. Karane means here. Krishna Nama Kahe Uchchakari. When they chanted the holy name of Lord Krishna loudly into the Lord's ear, what happened? Chetana Paya Prabhu, Yana Gadagadi. Right? With the Lord regained consciousness. Chetana means consciousness. Right? Cheto Darpana Marjanam. That means in our consciousness, we want to clean all the dirty things in our heart and keep place for Radha and Krishna to dance in our hearts. Right? That is Chetana. That is Chetana Paya Prabhu. Then the Lord came into consciousness. What did he do? Yaya Gadagadi. That means he started rolling on the ground because his ecstasy was again retrieved like that. Kantaka Durgama Vane Angashata Haila Bhattacharya Kole Kari Prabhu Re Susta Kaila. Shamashri Mataji, go ahead. Did you read just now? Okay, I think all of you all have read. Now let's conclude this chapter. Very wonderful. We'll complete this chapter today. So when the Lord rolled on the ground, what happened? Sharp thorns injured the Lord's body. Taking him on his lap, Balabhadra Bhattacharya pacified him. So how would Balabhadra Bhattacharya feel? Oh, my Lord is getting poked by thorns. So what can I do? Because of the Lord is in complete ecstasy. The Lord is not knowing what is where. He's just lying down, rolling on the ground, and in complete ecstasy, he's chanting the names of Krishna. Krishna Veshe Prabhura Preme Gara Gara Mana Bol Bol Kari Uthi Karena Narthana. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so much an ecstatic love for Krishna, he immediately stood up and then he said, chant, chant, chant. And then Karena Narthana, he started dancing. Bhattacharya say Vipra Krishna Nama Gaya Nachite Nachite Pate Prabhu Chali Aya. So in this way, as ordered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what did Balabhadra Bhattacharya and Brahmana do? They began to chant the holy name of Krishna, 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 Krishna. And in this way, what happened after that? The Lord began to dance and dance and dance. And in this way, he proceeded along the path. Prabhura Prema Veshideki Brahmana Vismita Prabhura Raksha Lagi Vipra Haila Chintita. The Brahmana was astonished. Oh my God, what is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doing? The thorns are pricking him. But he is not at all affected by all that. He's just continuously dancing. So he thought, oh, how can I protect the Lord? Nila Chali Chila Yaiche Prema Vesha Mana Brindavana Yaite Pate Haila Shataguna. Yeah, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mind was so much absorbed in ecstatic love at Jagannath Puri. When he passed along the road on the way to Vrindavan, that love increased 100 times, right? Because Vrindavan is non-different from Jagannath Puri, is non-different from Navadvip, right? Vasudeva Ghosh Bole Kore Joda Jai Gaur Say Krishna Say Jagannath. There's no difference between Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Jagannath, and Krishna himself. So here, as he was going towards Vrindavan Dham, the Lord actually traveling to Vrindavan Dham. So when he's actually traveling, he's feeling so ecstatic that he's not finding the difference whether it is Jagannath Puri or Vrindavan Dham or Navadvip. Right? In all these places, the Lord is avatari form. That means he is the source of all the incarnations. And so he was experiencing 100 times more pleasure, it is said. But in Jagannath Puri also, whenever that particular instance is happening, it seems that it is the greatest pleasure ever. But the Vrindavan and Jagannath Puri and Navadvip, there is no difference, right? Because the Lord is the same. The Lord is avatari in all these three places like that. Sahasra Guna Prema Bade Mathura Darshane Laksha Guna Prema Bade Brahmenaya Bhevane. The Lord's love increased 1,000 times when he visited Mathura. But when he was wandering through the forest of Vrindavan, it became 100,000 times. Why? Because Mathura, the Lord is more complete. In Dwaraka, the Lord is complete. In Mathura, he is complete. In Dwaraka, he is more complete. Because the Dwaraka, queens of Dwaraka, there is Madhurya Ras. But in Vrindavan Dham, it is the highest level because there is no Aishwarya Bhav at all. There is complete Madhurya. There is complete sweetness of love between the Lord and his devotees. Okay. So let's go to the last few verses of this chapter. Very beautiful. Anya Desha Prema Uchale Vrindavana Name Sakshat Brahmaye Bese Vrindavane Preme Gara Gara Mana Ratri Divase Snana Bhikshadi Nirvaha Karena Abhyase. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the very name of Vrindavan was enough to increase the ecstatic love of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So as he was traveling through the forest, Snana Vikshadi Nirvaha Karena Abhyasa, right? Because Snana means everything. Just because, like how it is a habit for us, right? Early in the morning we get up, we brush our teeth, we take bath, etc. But like that, the Lord was absorbed in ecstatic love and love day and night, that all of these things were happening just out of habit. He was only completely immersed in ecstatic love for Lord Krishna. E mata prema yavat brahmila bharavana ekatra likhilu sarvatra nayaya varnana. Thus, I have written a description of the ecstatic love Chaitanya Mahaprabhu manifested. Right? Wherever he went, all the 12 forests of Vrindavan, he was manifesting so much of ecstatic symptoms. Nobody could even describe it, or nobody could even experience what was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu going on in his mind. Vrindavane haile prabhur yateka premera vikara koti grante ananta likena tahara vistara. Right? Ananta Shesha is actually having millions of mouths, right? And he is describing the transformations of ecstatic love of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Vrindavan Dham. But even he cannot completely cover all of the ecstatic symptoms of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How many verses are there? Okay, so last 3 verses. Okay, let's go to 232. Okay, that we finish now. Like Anantadev also cannot describe the pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's saying, I'm simply pointing out to the direction, right? These are the glories of the Lord. And then when one goes inside, he finds unlimited glories of the Lord. Jagat Bashila Chaitanya Leela Pathare Yara Yata Shakti Tatha Pathare Santhare. The whole world, Jagat Bashila Chaitanya Leela Pathare. Right? Everyone became immersed in the inundated in the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yara Yata Shakti Tata Phatare Shantare. According to, Yata Shakti, right? According to our own strength, our spiritual strength, we can understand all these pastimes, right? The great, pure devotee of the Lord will be able to understand much, much more than what we are able to understand from the purports and translation of Prabhupada, right? Yata Shakti. How much ever we have built our spiritual strength, to that extent we will be able to understand these pastimes. Shri Rupa Raghunatha Padeya Rasha Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishna Dasa. Praying at the lotus feet of Shri Rupa and Raghunatha, always desiring their mercy. I, Krishna Das, narrate Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports to Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, 17th chapter, describing the Lord's traveling to Vrindavan. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Jai Jai Shri Radhe Sham, Jai Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham. Hare Krishna. So thank you all very much for joining in for the Chaitanya Charitamrita session. So for once we've completed on time. It is 3:01 exactly. So again, if devotees can give darshan, I can see Bhuvana Mataji, Shobha Mataji, if others also can give you darshan, it will be nice. Thank you very much for joining in. Vancha kalpatarubyascha kripa sindhu bhevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Srila Gurudev ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol. So happy Ekadashi to all the devotees and 4 days to the most auspicious Kartik month, the month of Srimati Radharani. Let us prepare our consciousness to do all austerities simply for the pleasure of Guru and Gauranga. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you,
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna.
Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam. Hari Bol.
Mataji. Very bold.
Thank
Mataji,
you,
with your permission, can I end this meeting, Mataji? Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna.